Peter after losing everything. Luke 5:1-11. The story of Peter in Luke 5:1-11 is a powerful testimony of how Jesus can transform failure into faith and loss into a new beginning. Peter was a fisherman, a hard-working man who depended on the sea for his living. One night, he and his companions worked tirelessly, casting their nets again and again, but caught nothing. By morning, Peter was weary, frustrated, and brokenhearted. He had lost not only his catch, but also his confidence. In his eyes, that night represented total failure. He had nothing to show for all his effort. At that lowest point, Jesus appeared and stepped into Peter's empty boat. What a beautiful image of grace. Jesus enters not when everything is perfect, but when everything seems lost. He asked Peter to push the boat a little from the shore so he could teach the crowd. After teaching, Jesus turned to Peter and said, "Put out into deep water and let down the nets for a catch." Peter hesitated at first, saying, "Master, we have toiled all night and caught nothing. But because you say so, I will let down the nets." That simple act of obedience changed everything. When Peter obeyed, the nets filled with so many fish that they began to tear. The boats overflowed with the catch, and Peter fell to his knees in awe, saying, "Go away from me, Lord. I am a sinful man." He realized that Jesus was not just a teacher. He was the Lord who had power over all creation. In that moment, Peter's loss became a lesson, and his failure became faith. Instead of rebuking Peter, Jesus spoke words of purpose and hope. "Do not be afraid. From now on you will fish for people." Peter's old life as a fisherman ended, but a new life as a disciple began. He left behind his boat, his nets, and even his great catch to follow Jesus. This story reminds us that when we lose everything, Jesus can still turn our emptiness into abundance. Our greatest losses often prepare us for our greatest callings. Like Peter, we must trust Jesus even when it seems hopeless. When we surrender our failures to Him, He can fill our empty nets with blessings beyond measure and lead us into a life of purpose and faith.